Go ahead.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, just be on the lookout. You're going to need something else in that glass, but it's getting kind of thin. Just so everybody knows, be on the lookout. This Thursday, we had an outstanding conversation with PGA Tour professional Scott Stallings, and I'm excited for this one to drop, man. We talked a little bit of golf. We talked more about bourbon. So we've got a professional golfer on, and all Dan wants to do is talk about bourbon. And I'm like, shit, this is a professional golfer, Dan. Why are we not talking about golf? And Dan's like, he wants to talk about bourbon.
Well, he did. He wants to talk about bourbon. I mean, apparently he was hanging out with the head distiller over at Jack Daniels. He's like, no, he wanted to talk about golf. He said, no, all I want to do is talk about bourbon.
Well, now it's company distillery, right? Jeff Arnett opened his own place up just down the street from him there in East Tennessee. So I don't know, maybe I kind of heard we might have a little collab.
I was trying to get it into listener terms, Kyle.
Yeah, that's when he hung up. That's when he hung up, Dan. That's when he hung up.
Oh, good. No, that was a fantastic time. What a great guy. Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely not coming back on the show. great guy. And we're looking forward to setting up a blind tasting with Scott Stallings, friend of the show, man. It's we should have some good stuff coming up in the future. And by the good luck this season, bud. Play well. Absolutely.
Speaking of playing well, how many course records were broken this weekend? Course records, scoring records. I mean, it was like, it's like, and so JT goes out there, sets a scoring record, followed by, Dan, take it away.
followed by Cameron Smith and Rahm. They all hit these records, right? It was everybody. It was like ding, 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 like the fair or something. I don't know.
I know what Dan's thinking right now. Dan's thinking like, shit, how can I get I actually may be able to break 100 if I could ever make it over to Kapalua. If I could make it to Kapalua, I might be able to break 100. And Dan, I believe you could on the front nine, sir. I believe you could on the front nine. I'm just,
we'll see.
Just saying.
We'll just see what we'll see, won't we?
Just saying. But it was pretty benign over there. That it's the defense of the golf course is the wind, which they had none of. I think if I go, I'm just going to spend my time out in the ocean with the Aussie catching some waves. Just saying. Man,
yeah. I mean, those guys were on fire. I heard. I was watching it and I was listening to some commentary and people were like, Rahm's the favorite, Rahm's the Vegas favorite and everything else. And I'm thinking to myself, Cam Smith's pretty freaking good at golf, man. We've been watching this guy for the last year and a half, play some really good golf. And that dude is,
They don't call him a professional for nothing. And and he put on a display. He bookends with 65s and shoots or maybe he bookended with 64s and 65s on Friday and Saturday or vice versa. But either way, just holy and heading to Waialae, which he's no slouch there either, man. What do you think it is with these Aussies and Hawaii? You think it's closer to the home place? Do you think it reminds of it? I mean, there's got to be some kind of connection there, right?
Well, Leishman said that it's kind of their summertime, from back home. I know that a lot of these guys are in Florida, et cetera. But I think it does. I think it just reminds them of like the topography and the oceans and all that kind of stuff. It reminds them of their home. Yeah, that's what I think. I think what it is. Yeah.
I was thinking for Smith, it's like he's like, man, if these guys would get out of my way, I could be out on the boat landing the big one.
It's true.
The big one.
The big one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, but yeah, what a display. I thought it was a great tournament. I enjoyed a little after evening, I guess early evening.
I think he's coming back. I think is it me or him? There you go. You're back.
Oh no, I'm always back.
You're back.
Let me switch over. I may be on the. Dan.
I'm here. There we go.
Damn, I was trying to hang up on you. I'm trying to figure out how to make this a solo show.
I know.
So far, I'm not doing a very good job. Or
So did you
maybe
think,
I'm doing a better job than I think.
did you think that Rahm was going to pull it off, or do you think Smith was going to hold on?
It's hard to really bet against Rahm and kind of making that charge and making a comeback. But no, I wasn't necessarily betting against Rahm as much as I was betting for Cam to finish. I mean, there was nothing about that guy's game that looked off necessarily. I mean, everything was just like, it was all cylinders go, man. I mean, he was just he was getting after it.
Do you think he wins a major this year, Cam Smith?
So oddly enough, a couple people that follow us on Instagram at birdies_bourbon responded and said could be their pick for the Masters.
He played well there last year.
He played extremely well. I think he finished the solo third. I'll tell you in just a second. I believe he finished solo third at the Masters. Never mind. He was 10th. But
was he?
Yeah.
I would have guessed third. I thought he was right there.
I thought he was third too. Maybe I'm looking at 411. That's it. So yeah. But no, I think that I think Augusta is definitely a place that he could get.
Must have had a bad final round on Sunday, huh?
Yeah, maybe I didn't click into the details, but he didn't have a bad tournament this Sunday, that's for sure.
No.
So let me make sure I'm looking at the right guy.
It is. I'm looking at it too.
Okay, you see it. Yeah. No, but I could still see that being a place where he could. I could see that being his first major. Is what I could see, and I could see it happening this year. Is also what I could see.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I'm just thinking. What else, anything else happened in the world of? Oh, I played in the midwinter scramble with my buddy Kev up at River Pines on Saturday. Froze our ass off. Holy shit, was it cold? Yes, it was. It was really cold, and we didn't place this year. I think we won it. We didn't play we won 2 years ago, but yeah, we didn't place this year. We had a bet. We missed first 3 holes. We missed birdie putts on the first 3 holes. We just putted so poorly. We were on probably, I don't know, finishing on the 14th or 15th hole, and we looked at each other and said, we haven't played in a tournament where we've hit that close to the pin ever. And we missed almost every putt.
Wow.
It was horrible.
Wow.
I mean, like we were missing 3-footers. It was really bad.
That's bad. Wow. Yeah.
It was really bad. So then we just started drinking. It's an ass.
Oh, I bet it got better.
well, we didn't feel as bad about it as we could have by the time we got done. I can tell you that. That's a fact. What else is going on? And I didn't see much else really happening in the world of golf over the weekend. I think Madamski sent me a few hate texts about something. I don't know. I just hit delete after the first scathing comments. I'm like, hey, I'll delete the rest of that and pretend like I didn't get it. So what did
you think about Patrick Reed with the PXG?
I think a solid move. Why not?
Kind of saw that one coming, right? Yeah.
I think he's been playing. I think he was playing it most of last year. I think he just he inked a deal. And he was waiting on the kicker. He's like, I got to wear the hat. Like,
exactly.
I ain't inking this until you give me the hat, boys. Give me the hat.
Exactly.
So no, I think good for Pat and good for Patrick and good for PXG. So yeah, good stuff, man.
Well, it was a heck of a way to kick off the season, that's for sure. I mean, that was I enjoyed it on Sunday quite a bit. Yeah. What a way to kick it off.
Yeah, it was. It's kind of like a football game, or a high-scoring basketball game, or a home run derby. I mean, I think it's. I like that the course allowed the guys to score if they hit the ball really well, and I mean, you saw a lot of people go low, and I think it's fun. I think it gives. I think to me, it's kind of like I would equate the Sentry Tournament of Champions. It's kind of like the All-Star game. Right. I mean, you could look at what would KP say? KP would call like the Ryder Cup, and we got the President's Cup coming up this year. You know, that's a thing. But I mean, this is like, I think really the all-stars, right? I mean, these are the people that won a tournament and they went out and didn't disappoint. I mean, I think they showed you why they showed up at Kapalua at the Tournament of Champions. And it's like, hey, we can make birdies. We can make eagles. I think on Sunday, Smith had a whopping 2 pars and everything else was either birdie or eagle.
Insane,
so it's
man.
like, it's I don't know if, you know, I did see Rahm, you know, he smacked his club around a couple times there, or stomped the ground or what have you. And, you know, when somebody's playing that good, just that out of their mind, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to play with anybody that's playing that well. But you got to be thinking like, I'm not going to be able to catch them, and you just got to kind of go at it. I mean,
don't you think sometimes when you see the anger out there from Rahm, and he's, you know, almost throwing a club, he doesn't throw clubs, but he almost does, you know, and he gets that angry look going, like he'd be a great villain in a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Ooh, here. So let me ask you this. So let's say that you were gonna cast Jon Rahm in a movie. Who would play him? Like if you did the story of Rahm, right? And you got to cast. I already know who it is for me.
Oh, well, you got to go for. You can't just ping me, and then I haven't even thought about this ever.
I just thought about it when hey, so hold on, you brought it up. You brought up I could see him as a villain in a movie, and I'm thinking
I could actually see him playing the villain.
Okay, so what if there's a movie and it's called, let's say, The Mayor of Spieth Island. All right. And then Rahm is going to be, you know, then Rahm's character is going to be he's going to be like the dirty sheriff, you know, the dirty sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to cast as Rahm? You want me to go?
Yeah, you want you to go.
I'm going Hauser. I'm going Rip, man.
Rip
would, I think Rip would be
the same anger.
I think Rip would be I think he would be a great Rahm.
Oh.
Like here's what we have. It's like we've saw The Legend of Bagger Vance, and we haven't really had a movie. We've got Tin Cup, and but we haven't had a movie that necessarily portrays like golfers real life on the course. Maybe I ought to shut up because I've already got half of this script written. But what if we had the guys out there, right? And I'm telling you, Rip would be a great Rahm.
Ooh, okay. Well, maybe do like a little cameo in Yellowstone for Rahm. How about that?
Yeah. That could work.
But John wants to start playing golf, you know, and Rahm's like, hey, you know what? I'd love to spend some time in Yellowstone. Here, let's go do it. I'll give some lessons.
Well, they do have a lot of land out there.
They have a lot of land. They could do a nice little 9-hole course. Yeah.
I think that's what the hostile takeover is happening. They're building like a resort. And they're building a golf course.
Well, he could own the golf course, and he could be the bad guy in season 5. Oh, this is even better.
He could be. Writing it as we go. Writing it
as we go. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, enough of that. We'll get into the movie talk a little later. Let's talk about let's either talk about drinking or golf. What do you say?
Let's do it.
So here we go. We're heading to the Sony Open. Dan, we're staying. I gotta mention it. So Kevin and I are playing and in the tournament on Saturday, freezing our asses off. I think we teed off and it was 34 degrees, had a frost delay. It's like, I don't know, 10:45. And Kevin looks at me and Kevin says, he goes, shit, man. He's like, you realize Tony Finau has been in Hawaii for over a month waiting to play the Tournament of Champions? I mean, what a life these guys have. And I'm not saying that they don't make sacrifices, but I'm saying it's like, you know what? Let's just head on over to Hawaii in December and bring the family and the kids. And let's just go hang out over there and get ready for the TOC. Got to be a good life.
Pretty good for sure.
So why would we leave Hawaii? Well, we wouldn't. It's a long flight. We're staying there. We're heading to Waianae Country Club, the longtime host of the Sony Open. It's a par 70. I think we played a par 73 last week. Just over 7,000 yards. Bermuda greens again. I don't know. Sungjae maybe in a lineup again. And I think we're heading from Kapalua. That was everybody's going to be able to hit a fairway, including Dan, to Waianae Country Club, which we're back on a real golf course, boys and girls, and you better damn well hit a fairway. I think it's fairways and greens all the way. Greens are going to be a little smaller. I think we're getting into the who hits it best from 150 to 200 yards. And one of the reasons I think that is look at our previous winners. You had Kevin Na in 21, Cameron Smith, our most current winner on the PGA Tour, won in 2020, Matt Kuchar in 19, Kazire in 18, and Justin Thomas in 2017 are our past 5 winners. And it is across the board. And you've got scoring anywhere from 11 under to 27 under. So it's really, I don't know. It's going to be dicey, man. It's going to be dicey.
Let me ask you. So why are some of these guys that played last week, why wouldn't everybody in the field last week be playing this? It takes that long to get out to Hawaii. Why wouldn't you play like the 2 tournaments that are out there back to back?
So that's a good question. Like the notables that are showing up this week, as recorded, are Bryson DeChambeau, Hideki Matsuyama, Abraham Ancer, Cameron Smith, and Sungjae Im. Now, since Bryson DeChambeau has withdrawn, I think they're all taking a little Brooks Koepka medicine, man. They're sitting by the pool eating grapes, baby. It's like it's a long season.
Rahm, why isn't Rahm playing this week?
I showed up and I played. As a champion. Why do I need to go over there and play where everybody else couldn't play?
Oh wow.
So
it's a
now
flex.
it's absolutely, it's like I could be drinking Bitchmark, but instead I'm drinking E.H. Taylor, baby. E.H. Taylor Warehouse C. I mean, it's
Birdies in my ties.
I think it's a total flex. I think it's a flex move. And I think it's are you surprised Sungjae Im's actually playing?
No,
I'm not either. I think he signed up for every tournament, and he said, short of an illness, I'll be at every one of them.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Do you think he'll ever break his own birdie record?
I think he's going to do it this season. He's like, hey, those 4 tournaments that I set out this season, I can break my own birdie record. I'll just do it again. It's like the only player in the field that can contend with me is myself. So I'll just play against myself.
There you go.
So I don't know. I mean, why is DeChambeau not playing? I would think that a lot of the folks are heading to California, and it's a long flight. You've got, I can tell you why Rahm's not playing. I mean, he had COVID like 7 times last year. All right. So if he gets over there now and he tests positive, he'll be able to quarantine for the newly recommended 5 days versus the 10, and he'll be eligible to play. So I think that's, I think it's a total, hey, let me get myself off the island while I can. Got negative test, good to go. Let me get over here. Let me, what are they, 2 hours? They gain 2 hours coming back, and let me adjust to the time. Let me, and now let me go work on some things, right? Because I think the courses that we're going to see coming up versus what they just played in Hawaii are going to be completely different. And, as we recently spoke with a professional, I mean, all these guys are good, but it's now, what are the minute, what are the finite things in my game that I need to dial in, that I need to work on? Where do I gain that one stroke at on approach? Where do I, how do I play it a little bit better? Because now what you got to think about is, if I get a head start on these guys and I go over and get some extra time in, get some extra rest, get acclimated to the time, and I can start focusing on making it to the next Tournament of Champions in 2023.
So does Eric Van Rooyen know if he made the cut in the 1883 show yet?
He is actually Sam Elliott's double. But he's the younger Sam Elliott. I don't know if you saw the most recent 1883, but it did have Sam Elliott. The first time I've ever seen Sam Elliott with a non-gray mustache.
Yeah.
They had it dyed. And I was flipping through some pictures, and I'm like, wait a minute. Sam Elliott hasn't aged since the 80s, since Roadhouse. I mean, they must have pickled him at Roadhouse, and that dude is preserved, man.
He is.
He is not. There's not a thing different about him. I don't know. I'm still a Wade Garrett man myself, though.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't help it. Hold on. Back to golf. Back to more serious things that matter. So just rattled off who's showing back up. Abe Ancer did not have a great showing last week, so it'll be interesting to see what he does, which I think this is just based on looking at who's performed here well in the past. I could see Abe kind of pulling something off, but let's dig into let's dig into who we're looking at here. And so here's what I think. I don't as I recall, at least of the most recent winners, there's never been a new winner. I don't think there's been a first time winner here. And I think a lot of everything that we kind of see looking at the stats from our friends at fantasynational.com, like it's a lot of course history here, man. I mean, people that play well here tend to play well. $10,000 or better in our elite tier. Let me ask you this. So hold on. So Cam Smith, DeChambeau, which is out, by the way, do not put him in a lineup. Hideki, Weber, Sungjae, and Marc Leishman. Do you think that if Jon Rahm had elected to play in this, if he elected to play in this tournament, do you think that Jon Rahm would be the top price player? Or do you think Cam Smith would have usurped him?
Rahm. I think they'd go with Rahm. Yeah. Rahm's the number one player in the world. Cam Smith's 10th right now in OWGR. And yeah, I tend to, I mean, they asked Cam Smith after the round, they said, "Hey, what do you think about going head to head with Rahm?" And he's like, "My game's right there, man. I'm there now." Yeah,
ready when you talking about fishing or golf?
Exactly. Or Robert Rodriguez movies.
Okay. Well,
look at this guy. Look at this guy up here. You see this up here?
Yeah, look at Pat Mayo.
Look at Pat Mayo. I remember when I sold out.
the race for the Mayo Cup begins on Thursday. By the way, Birdies and Bourbon, we do participate in the Pat Mayo in the Mayo race for the Cup. We do participate. We are fans, and we'd highly recommend you get in it too. The more the merrier. Get on in there. We'll tell you who our one and done is at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Dan, where are you starting in the $10,000 range? Give me a couple guys that give me a couple that you're going with, because you're not going to be able to afford to put everybody in there.
Yeah.
So who you going for in the 10,000 and better range, and who you not going for?
There's a lot of good up here, man. When I was looking at this earlier today, I was like, oh man, there's a, as much as I say, hey, Rahm's not playing and like JT's not playing, there's still a lot of guys that are up here. So I like, of course, you can't go wrong with Cameron Smith. Recent winner here, won last week, been playing outstanding golf. Bryson's out, you can't go with him. I like Hideki here, man. He was 13th last week, off the tee, 32nd in this field, last 24 rounds. Around the green, 13th. Putting is a little weak at 136 or whatnot. Off the, and it's just I like him here. I like Hideki. We haven't seen Webb in a while since the RSM when he was T8, but I think he's due for a good year. I wouldn't count out the Weber. Yeah, those are my guys. What about you?
Past 4 out of 5 years for Webb Simpson. T4 third. Didn't play in 2019. T4 and T13. So if you're looking for course experience, I mean. 3 out of his last 4 rounds, he's T4 or better. The worst you get in the last 4 out of 5 rounds is T13. So I think that's probably going to be hard to argue with. I would expect, let me flip over back to your screen. I would expect that we've got a pretty high ownership on Weber. What's he looking at now? 22%. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be, as projected today, he's going to be the highest owned. I think we're probably going to continue to see that to rise. Wouldn't surprise me with a win from Webb Simpson. Looks like the second highest owned is probably going to be a coin flip between Sungjae and Leishman. Out of that, I don't know. I mean, shit, Sungjae loves that Bermuda.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would shy away from him. I think just for what we're going to get through the field, well, I mean, we've talked about it before. A back-to-back PGA Tour winner. I'm not taking anything away from Cameron Smith. And in our model, last 24 rounds on fantasynational.com, Cameron Smith ranks second. However, I don't see anyone else in $10,000 or better ranked first. So I'm probably going to err to the side of I'm going to save some money and spend it better elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go the Cam Smith route just for those reasons. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we have our next back-to-back champion in Cam Smith, because he plays this course extremely well. So he's doing a lot of things right. It's just to shoot that low. Now, here's the other thing is I think what I say, Justin Thomas 5 years ago was 27 under at, in his victory. Cam Smith won it at 11 under. I could see if it stays in those low to mid teens, I could see Cam Smith winning. If we got to get in the mid to high 20s to win, I don't see Cam Smith doing that. I don't see him going that low back to back on tournaments. So if the weather is benign and they continue down that path, that's where I could see not going the Cam Smith route. So that's the reason. That's the only fade for me with Cam Smith. Obviously, we know DeChambeau is out. I think I'm going to bottom of the rung here, man. And when I say bottom of the rung, I mean ranked 3rd and 6th, and Sungjae and Leishman respectively. Yeah. And I think if I'm starting something, I'm probably going to go, I'm going to sprinkle a little Webb in there just because he could win. We just haven't seen him, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. We hadn't seen Cam Smith either. See what happens there. I hadn't seen a lot of these guys, and here you go. I mean, they're just it's a turkey shoot out there. But yeah, I'm heavy on Sungjae and Leishman in lineups, and I don't know that I'll pair them together. I may be like captaining some teams with them and then going forward.
Yeah, we were on Leishman last week, and he finished 10th last week. He just had some great trajectory coming out of last year, and you're seeing it again. And I think he's going to have a great year. I do. I'm heavy Leishman as well.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's a solid play. Send us down to the scrubs now in the $9,000 range. All right. So last year's champion, Kevin Na, T13. I ain't against him.
Oh no, you can't go. I think his back's been doing pretty good. He played well last week. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Na for me is a shoe-in. Yeah, 100%. You got to play him.
Yeah. That's the only thing that scares me about Na is it doesn't appear to be any injuries that are going on. So I think we're solid there. Abe Ancer, T35 last week. Not necessarily impressive. I mean, there were only 39 people in the field, so not DFL, but it didn't get much closer. So
more people in the $9,000 and $10,000 range than there are in the $9,000 range this week.
Yeah, well, we'll get there in just a sec, but yeah. So the two people that I probably like in the $9,000 range. Well, let me go for
Gooch and Connors. Gooch and Connors.
Yeah, I think that if I'm going Gooch for sure. I'm surprised that Gooch is only 18%. I would expect him to be heavier owned than Weber is at this point, because it looks like Webb's probably the highest owned person. Connors, maybe. I could probably go there. I got to check. Let's see what's
Connors has been a little Cam Smith light, right? He's been right there. He's been playing great golf, a little bit under the radar, but man, that guy's good at golf.
So another guy that plays well here is Corey Connors. Maybe if I can ever make it back over to him. Really, if I can ever make it back over to him.
This President's Cup is going to be a tough one for the U.S., man. God, it's going to be tough.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Between the Australians and the Canadians, yes.
You get those Immelman brothers together, and you never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Corey Connors didn't play here in 21, T12, T3, and T39. So, I mean, course history is respectable. We've got a lot of big cuts. So I'm with you. I think I'm definitely heavy on Gooch, and I'm probably leaning Connors out of that group. English has played decent here, middle of the pack, but I don't know. He didn't do much last week, so I don't know.
The form hasn't been there for me to have the confidence in Harris English right now. Now, Connors is the highest projected ownership out of the $9,000 range at 21%. So, yeah, people like him. Yep. Does that sway you?
No.
Towards Gooch?
No. I'm saying Gooch for sure.
Yeah, but does the 21% ownership even make it even more of a bold choice for you to just go Gooch?
No.
No?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I'm for sure. I'm going Gooch before I go anybody.
Yeah, I know.
In the $9,000 range, but no,
Yeah.
I think I could easily start a lineup with Gooch and Connors and then move on from there.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. We might do that here in a few.
Oh, I'll drink to that. Cheers.
There you go. What are you sipping on today? Have you talked about this?
Yeah, I haven't. I'm actually drinking. I'm drinking Chattanooga whiskey bottle and bond. This is a spring 2017 version. This is.
We need to get Tim back on the show.
We do. We absolutely do need to have him back on the show. Did he accept, or is he? I hope he'll accept.
He'll accept. Yeah, Pearson. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he'll accept. I hope you didn't say anything offensive. That's all I'm saying.
No, he's all good. Yeah.
So no, this is a spring release. There's a fall release now, and if you haven't tried Chattanooga whiskey, they've got a lot of great expressions. Someone was just talking about their Solera barrel that they tried when they were at the distillery. So yeah, lots of good things happening at Chattanooga whiskey. I highly recommend it. I mean, those guys were kind of trailblazers in what they did in Tennessee and kind of open up the market for a lot of other folks. So yeah, good stuff coming out of Chattanooga.
There you go.
Yeah, other fades, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably fading English and Ancer. Yeah, I'm fading everybody else in the 9,000. I'm going Gooch and Connors, and then I'm starting my lineup. Probably. So Kisner absolutely sucks from a model ranking standpoint. He's 129th in the field. By the way, this is a cut event. So first full field cut event of calendar year 2022. But he plays really well here. T32, T4, T69, T25, T4. The only thing I don't like is it's $8,900. But if you're telling me I can get Billy Ho at $8,700 and Kevin Kisner at $8,900, I'm probably leaning Kiz, and I'm gonna figure out where do I make up the other $200 out to go Kiz.
Yeah,
that's just where I'm at and where I'm sitting. And it is course history, right? The other guy that I like in the $8,000 range, you know whose mustache I like in the $8,000 range?
Whose? Oh, Eric Van Roy. There he is.
EVR, baby.
EVR coming to 1883 pretty soon.
If he would just wear a monocle, like a sunglasses monocle. Like, I don't know if he has to have.
That man looks like he makes a mean old fashioned.
Now give him some suspenders and a tinted monocle and
a shaker.
I got to get a monocle for the shows, but I got to get a tinted one.
That's what you need.
No, I'm going Kiz. I like Henley here. T11 cut, 66 cut, T13. So I guess if he stays on that trajectory, there's a cut coming, but I probably like Henley in this setup. And who I really like and who I'm definitely going to sprinkle around a lot of is Matt Jones. You said it. You said it earlier. And what these guys are doing, these Aussies, they just load in some
Hawaii.
Oh yes, they do. Oh yes, they do. Played well last week. What did he? Third place last week. Did I get that right?
Yeah, third. Yeah.
Yeah. Finished third last week. I mean, played, looked good out there. So those are my picks. I'm a Jones, a Henley, and a Kisner guy in the $8,000 range. Except I
like Jones. I like McNeely here too. 13th off the tee, 63rd on approach, 68th putting, 21st in the model rank at the last 24 rounds, 19th at the Houston, 11th at Mayakoba. I think he kind of can shape up well here. No,
hey, I'm not against you. I'm not against you. I mean, but if you're going to talk about the CJ and the Houston and all, I mean, you got Kokrak. Just won the
Kokrak did not look good last week.
No, I know. No, I don't. Again,
he was like a fish out of water.
like Cameron Smith had a hook in his mouth.
He did.
Yeah. So that's where I'm kind of like, I'm leaning towards like who's played well here, who's shown up, who's performed in the past. That's kind of what I'm leaning on. And I don't know what's Kokrak done. Let's see where he's maybe. Let's see. No.
And I'm a huge Kokrak fan. He didn't look good last week. Yeah.
And I wish he would have drove that truck over.
That's a good point. Good point. Yeah. Load it up. Put it in the wagon. Next to the piano.
Kokrak played T56 last year. Yeah, I'm fading Kokrak heavy here. So yeah. Those are my folks in the $8,000 range.
Yep.
Seamus is definitely a fade for me. I mean, I see cut.
And we haven't seen Charles Howell in a while. Yeah. So.
Not to say that he can't turn something on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going a different direction. $7,000 range. Who have we seen lately?
Siwoo was 23rd last week.
Probably not a bad play. Brendan Steele, he's got some pretty good course history here. Where's Brendan Steele?
7,900.
T4 and solo second. I see a lot of, I hope I've got a lot of $7,900 left to cut him in. Chris Kirk was T2 last year. I think Steele and Kirk, I know I'm at the top end of the $7,000 range, but I'm going to try and kind of squeeze those guys in. Outside of that, Matt Kuchar, he's missed 2 cuts. Understandably, I wouldn't say Kuch has been on his game per se, but he did win in 2019. So if we want to talk, I mean, he can get his way around the course. I just don't know what's in store for us. I like the 2 top end guys, and then I'm probably dropping all the way down to Patton Kazire. T7 missed a cut, T13, and then winner in 2018. So that's probably where I'm going to try to work my way down to in the $7,000 range. Hope I don't have to go any lower than that. If I do, I guess I'll kind of squeeze down into, I'm anxious to get to the $6,000 range. Russell Knox, it could be. And Norlander is also a possibility for me, depending on what it looks like in the top end. We'll put a lineup together in a few minutes, but yeah, so Russell Knox, Norlander, and then at the top end of the $7,000 range, I'm a Steele and a Kirk guy. How about you?
Yeah, I think you kind of covered most of them. I don't think I have a whole much more to add there, but it's not my favorite category, the $7,000 range here. Say Sink had he did 21st. He was wait, never mind. I was looking at different.
Just a lot of questionables, right? I mean, it's like I don't know what we're gonna. I mean, so here's like Joel Damon at 7,600. So T12, T22, T73, and where does Damon's? Let's see where Damon sits at. I mean, as far as ranking goes, right? I mean, it just I don't know. I think at this point they're taking it serious. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying people weren't taking last week serious, but you've got Damon, and I mean, just across the board, I mean, it just doesn't necessarily look fantastic.
What about Aaron here? Model rank 26, $7,700, RSM 16th, Houston 19th, Mayakoba 15th. He's showing me off the tee 18th in this field, on approach 27th, around the green 45th. What do you think about that?
I'll let you line them up.
10% projected ownership. All right. There you go.
I'll let you.
It's a fade. That's a fade, folks.
It's a fade for me. I would probably go Damon over him just on DraftKings scoring points alone. I mean, Damon's ranked 11th and he's $100 cheaper. Now, and that could be the $100 that gets me up to the, up in the top tier of the $8,000 range. So I'm probably leaning in that direction.
Okay.
I think Ches Reavie is out. I think.
I think he was too. Yeah.
I think he's out. I don't know if there's anybody else. Russell Knox. I don't know. Maybe. I'm probably gonna, yeah, maybe Russell Knox. I'm going Norlander over all those guys. I mean, I'll go straight to the bottom, and I'll run with Norlander if I need to go to the bottom tier of the $7,000 range. $6,000 range. I think there's some pretty good stuff happening down here. Course history: Michael Thompson, Hudson Swafford, both of those guys. Not just because they're friends of the show, but they tend to, they got some good course history here. So I've already got a lineup with both of those guys in it, and then the same one, mind you. So Hudson Swafford, T25, T57, T3, T54, T13, and as of during the fall swing, I mean, Hudson was kind of putting some stuff together. I'll say, I mean, you got a 35, a 33, a 32, 56. So, October on, I mean, making cuts and kind of had some stuff going. Obviously, we haven't seen anything out of him lately, but I could see that being a good spot to be in the $6,000 range, just with course history. The other fellow, Michael Thompson, T25, T38, and T69. I think that's probably not a bad play either.
Yeah, I've already done some lineups with Thompson and Swafford as well. Yeah, I thought they, look at their course history. I thought it looked strong.
Course history is good. And then starting in October, 51, 56, 15 at Mayakoba, and then 57. So I could see something churning out of that. So that's probably a direction I'm going. So course history. Yeah. And I don't play them a lot. And it's just because it's like, you never know what the hell you're going to get. And when I don't play them, market a Sabatini, Dan. Market a Sabatini. He's going in a lineup because when I don't play him, but I don't have him in any lineups yet, but I'm marking it. Yes. Missed the cut last year. T21, T33, T32, T45. I could see this being a place that Sabatini shows up, not giving a shit. I'm here. I'm just playing golf, and here we go. And he actually gets a top 20. I mean, I could totally see that out of him at a course like this.
Yep.
In the $6,000 range, who else do you like? I'm just going to look.
You hit most of them. You hit most of them. Yeah.
I'm gonna look through like the course history.
Maybe Scott Piercy.
Maybe. Yeah, got a lot of cuts. I mean, Hudson.
No, $6,800. He only had one cut last year. Other than that,
no, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I was saying there's a lot of cuts down here in the $6,000. Like Hudson Swafford looks like the best damn one down here for sure.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, that is, Scott Piercy outside of last year is probably, that could be a play. What's he done in what's his history? What's his most recent? We haven't seen him in a while.
He missed a cut last year, then T45 the year before, T33, T25, T57. Yeah. I mean, it's decent. Yeah.
I don't know. Has Furyk got anything left in the tank? $6,500. I mean, T47 here last year. I mean, this seems like the kind of place Furyk could have a little. Maybe he's going to teach Phil a lesson.
Where is Lefty at this week?
Hey, last week was his best chance to make it to the Tournament of Champions in 2023, and that didn't happen. So yeah, I'm thinking, hey, and like fans, I wish I had my glasses.
Hey, do you think he's going to play the Atlanta event this year? The Champions Tour.
Sugarloaf.
Yeah, Sugarloaf. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll send a note and see. Yeah, I'll send a note and see.
Well, I think he might.
If he does, we got to get him on. The show.
Yeah. Have some coffee and some wine.
Yeah, we'll spike it. We'll spike the coffee.
Spike the coffee with wine.
I don't. Anybody else that just sticks out to you in the $6,000 range that you got to put in there?
No, I think I'm good, man. I think I'm good. There's plenty of options. All
right, let's put you want to put a lineup together?
Let's put a lineup together.
Not real quick, but let's see. All right, so Dan's picking the $1 million league, $1 million golfer. All right.
Yeah.
Sony Open. All right, here we go. So I told you, so we'll start wherever you want to start, but I think that Corey Connors and Gooch, like
Let's do it.
to anchor it, I think that's pretty solid. Okay, that's done. We got $31,000 left. You want to go down to the bottom and then work our way back up?
Let's do it. Yep.
All right. So I think Swafford is a must play.
Okay.
And I'm totally working off of course history.
Yep.
We got 2,400 left, and we got 3 spots to fill. So who do you like? Who else do you like in the $7,000? You said you like McCarthy, right?
I do. Yeah.
You want to roll McCarthy?
Let's do him. Let's roll it. Yep.
All right. Oh no, that's Keegan Bradley. Hold on, that ain't happening. Hey, fans of Keegs, but I don't know.
We are, yeah.
That well. Where's McCarthy?
No, I didn't say McCarthy. I said McNeely.
Oh, McNeely. Okay, you want to go McNeely?
Yeah.
All right, McNeely. I've been drinking, Dan. For crying out loud. Now you're judging me. Hold on, let me Cam McCarthy. Okay, so we got 16-2 left. So we can play this a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go. You want to go in the 9,000 and then the high sixes? What are you thinking?
Let's take who we want to take at the high level, and then we'll see what we got left.
All right, let me look. I didn't look at the odds, but I may bet Matt Jones outright if the odds are good.
Okay, you want to throw Jones in there?
Yeah.
8,400. Okay.
Yeah.
That means we got 78 left.
7,800 left. Oof. Tough one. That's a tough one. 7,800, and I'm looking at. I mean, I don't. Shit, we can't get Kirk. That's a pain.
You can get Kirk. You can get him.
I don't. What do you think about Damon or Mitchell? I've only.
You said Steele plays well here, though.
Steele does play well here.
Oh, it's too much. Okay, no,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can't get Kirk.
Yeah,
we can't
$200, $100 more. Okay.
Well, you wanted to go. You want to go Rye? You want to throw the dice and go Rye? You mentioned him. Let's see. I think it's his first time here.
We could.
Let's see. What does he rank out in let's see what he ranks out in the model.
26th.
Yeah, why not?
All right, why not?
What's his percentage owned?
9.5.
Yes. Left $100 on the table, and here we go.
There we go.
You know we're going to get a tisk. Given the lineups out at the end of the show, boys. Tisk. I wish it would have been like a fart noise, like a
exactly
instead of like I don't even know what tis means. I mean, we're not in school, for crying out loud. I mean, we're drinking on the show. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late to throw the one and dones out there.
No, it's not.
You go first.
Let me get the spreadsheet pulled up. Hold on.
You go first. And
who's
winning? Who's winning, by the way?
You're winning.
And so, by the way, it's going to be too late to get in on it now, but for next season, we're going to plan to open this up to the followers. We'll get things set up appropriately, and if anybody wants to join, I don't know what it's going to be for. It'll be like for I don't know. We'll figure all that out, but you can watch and see how horrible Dan and I do, and you know that we won't win. And hey, maybe you will.
Exactly.
Just don't pick who Dan and I pick, and there's a guaranteed chance that you won't lose.
So I'm going to go with Matsuyama. Who you got?
Well, I'm playing Matsuyama somewhere else, that's for sure. Little golf course down in Augusta, Georgia. Cinderella story.
Bow into the course. That was such a. I think that was the photo of last year for sure.
I think it was a great photo, man. Yeah. I think it was
awesome.
I think it was an outstanding photo. Yeah, great champion, and this is and I bet Phil has been chirping in his ear like we're expecting sushi on the menu.
Ooh, you know what? That's a great bet about the Champions dinner.
Well, Tiger had sushi.
Yeah, we need to bet that with Vegas.
Oh, we should bet that for sure.
Yeah.
Give me an Aussie. Give me an Aussie. And I put him in a lineup. Put him in
Matt Jones.
I'm teetering. Do I want to go Leishman or do I want to go Jones? I'm going to go Jones. I mean, he did. I think he gained 6 strokes putting last week. So if the putter's hot, but I think that he's going to be able to. Give me Matt Jones.
All right, you got him.
Going heavy on the Aussie.
You got him.
So we'll see how this week. I did make a little scratch last weekend. Let me put it this way: I didn't lose any money last weekend. I covered all my gambling debts. I didn't pay the mortgage, but I covered the gambling debts. And I don't know. We got a free bottle of bourbon from somebody, so we get something to drink.
There you go.
Not this bottle. I purchased this bottle, and I do highly recommend it. So TV, you said you watched 1883. You loved Sam Elliott's the Just From In mustache. I don't, by the way. I prefer it all natural. I don't. I mean, I would have, if you said, hey, this is a picture of Sam Elliott and this is a picture of Sam Elliott, which one isn't natural? And I mean, that dude was born with a gray mustache.
It's true.
He hasn't aged since Roadhouse. Are you kidding me?
My favorite 1883 scene was the Billy Bob scene so far, I think, in the bar. Yeah, that was a good scene. Yeah.
I don't remember that. How did that go?
Well, he killed some people.
Was he
people that came to the camp that they threw rocks at and they killed some people, or they killed that lady's daughter or whatever. They went and killed them in the bar. Yeah. With Billy Bob.
What was his name? With Johnny Wilder, the bad cat.
I know. This is so Oregon Trail meets Tombstone, this show, right? Yeah.
It's, I mean, I think they really this is when's the last time you had that you had a series on followed up with another series right behind it?
I know. Yeah.
So
Mayor of Kingstown.
And well, hold on before we get there. So do you think that the play is, because I mean, most of the time I think that you would be thinking, well, we can't show them both at the same time because we're going to lose people on one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're telling the story and then you're telling the backstory. Now there's a season, there's a lead in. So we are a season or two deep, but I think that they've done a great job from a viewership standpoint, is because Yellowstone is now, this is 4 or 5 seasons.
4. Yeah, it was 4. Yeah.
All right, 4. So they just ended 4.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on the first season of 1883, which is the backstory behind Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this was well played.
Well
played. Because you're not losing any viewers. You're not losing any, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to watch this for another 6 or 8 months. Let me get distracted and lose what's happening. I mean, you're staying connected through the story. How many more of these continuous stories are we going to see? Which I'm a fan of. I like it.
I think you got Jimmy down at the 4 Sixes in Texas is going to be a spinoff.
Yeah,
yep,
for sure.
It's a spinoff. It's a spinoff. So I think Taylor Sheridan, who's the creator of all these shows, is just basically, if you think about it, we'll bring it back to golf tournaments. He's the Sungjae of screenwriting.
Just
he's gonna make more
every
birdies.
tournament. Play every tournament. It's like, hold on, you got an open spot? I got a show for you. Tee it up. Mayor of Kingstown. It did not disappoint once again. I think I said it the last time we were chatting. I just don't think of Jeremy Renner as like a badass, but everything he's in, he's a badass.
He is. You know what I watched this last weekend? I watched The Town again. Oh, that was good.
That's a good show. That's a good show.
Yeah.
It's like, anytime you can punch what's his name in the face? When he pops him on, he's like, because he's banging, you're banging my sister,
Oh yeah, Affleck. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Affleck. Yeah. When he catches him, he's like, you're not leaving. You're not leaving town.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. So good. Yeah, so I liked it. I think we just saw the season premiere of that. I'm waiting. I don't know what the backstory is going to be to. Oh no,
got like 4.
No. You know what the backstory to Mayor of Kingstown is going to be? we're gonna get it, which I think is one of the best actors of our life, of your and I's genres, is
Ryan Reynolds.
Coach. Well, see, now what you did is you threw me off, and now I'm gonna have to talk about something else, Dan. might as well go ahead and have
Coach from Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
I mean, like when they were like showing, and it was a lot of Coach Carter, and there was not a lot of Renner, and like 7 minutes into the first episode, Coach Carter is gone.
You're right.
Here's the backstory. We're gonna get the backstory of, because so we were sitting around the house. We were try the soup. Try the soup. No, but we're sitting around that. We were watching the other night. Played the golf tournament. It was cold as hell. Got back, put it on, and this voice comes across the room, and it's like, well, but what is his job? What is his job exactly? And I'm like, whose job? It's like, we're the Renner character. Renner. What's his job? And I'm like, well, he's the fixer. Well, what's a fixer? Is he an attorney? No. Is he a cop? No. He's like the Ray Donovan of the mayor. He's the mayor of King. Oh, so he's a politician? No, he's just the mayor. But actually, but his position was he was anointed. Not anointed. He just kind of fell into because Coach Carter got killed. Yeah. And then he took over the role. And it's like, he's the fixer. He's the Ray Donovan of the mayor of Kingstown.
Or Michael Clayton. Yeah. Exactly.
Or Michael Clayton. Right.
Yeah. He's a garbage man. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And it's like, oh, well, what is that? It's like he doesn't have a business card. Like, if you don't have his number, like, you don't know what he does. It doesn't happen. But I think that is that whole premise of what's happening and what he's doing there. I think it's cool. But I'm wait and see the next season, Coach Carter, we're going to get the back. There's no way that Coach Carter only has like 7 minutes of a role in that movie or in that series.
You bring up really good points. So I would say it could be season 2. Coach comes back. Could be Coach is on a spinoff show. It could be Billy Bob is on a spinoff show.
Cut that. Yeah, because I think we're done with
Texas.
No. What's his attorney movie that he does? Billy Bob isn't. Oh
yeah, Goliath. Yeah. Goliath. Yeah.
I don't know that Goliath is having a comeback, even though I liked them all. I thought they were good.
Yeah.
But no, it could be. It could just be him in Texas as a lawman.
Yeah, I've watched that.
Oh, I was doing the Wildcat.
Yeah, I'd actually be more excited for a Billy Bob Western than I am for the 1883. Actually,
no, I would too. Yeah, I think he does a great. I think he does a great Western guy. I mean, because like the voice is natural. Like it, like it's like Sam Elliott in a Western. Like, he ain't changing shit, man. He is Sam Elliott being Sam Elliott playing. Now he's interpreting a role, but he's just being Sam Elliott. I think Billy Bob would be the same way, is that he's just interpreting it. It's him being natural, interpreting a character and portraying it. It ain't like Hugh Jackman up there being like, a fisherman from the US, like masking his accent kind of thing. You know what I mean?
So how many people from Tombstone do you think we're going to see in 1883? You think we're going to see Johnny Ringo?
We could. I can tell you who we're probably not going to see.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Ice probably is. However, I mean, I did watch the documentary and I liked it, but I could see him making a little, like a cameo at the bar or something, and
maybe,
but I don't know. I don't know if he'll put himself out there like that, but and I don't know what kind of health he's in. So but
good stuff, man. Yeah, a lot of good TV out there. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. All right, sir. Well, we'll sign off, and hey, let's raise a glass and have a pour for the mayor. We lost a great one in the community. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Godspeed.
Cheers.
Until next time.
Cheers.